Greetings, family. We are live. Welcome, welcome to another Sista Shanice show. As you can see from the image, our guest for tonight is our very own Ldr Mbandaka. And really excited about the show, as always, that we've got lined up for you today. It's always an action-packed show. Racism continues to run rampant in the UK. I think we've all got family members and friends who complain about racism in the workplace, racism in the education system, racism in housing, racism in terms of their interaction with the police. You know, we're still, maybe not to the degree that we were 20, 30 years ago in dealing with racism, but still having to deal with racism today. You know, what more do we need to do, Brother Ldr Mbandaka, to try and rid this country of the racism? Some may say, you know, it's white people making it clear what their feelings are towards us and are harassing us because they don't want us in their country. And it's not even their country, actually, it was our country before them, but that's another presentation. You know, but they don't hesitate, they don't hold back, do they, when it comes to making it clear to us what they think our position ought to be here in this country. I mean, what do we need to do to counter all of this, Brother Ldr?
We need to take back the power, take back our power. The power that they wield in the world today is the power that we have yielded to them. It's our power. The wealth and opulence that they boast in the world today is our wealth. It is based upon our natural resources. They built their empire. They built their industrial revolution on exploiting our labor, on exploiting our natural resources. They stole our bodies from Africa, and then they worked our bodies to the bone in order to enrich themselves. So everything that they have called wealth really belongs to us. It's ill-gotten gains. It's stolen wealth. And we, brothers and sisters, are the real owners of what they have stolen. And so we have to take back the power. And the taking back the power begins with reclaiming an independence of mind and an independence of spirit. Freedom begins with the freeing of the mind and soul. We have to redefine who and what we are, and we have to create those independent spaces where we can regenerate our own spiritual energies, our own mental energies, so that we have to we have to look at the black print of the most eminent prophet and king and His Excellency Marcus Mosiah Garvey, who always had a vision, and his vision was always followed up with a program of action. We must have a program of action, beloved brothers and sisters. It can't just be ideas. It can't just be sentiments. You know, what we think, what we feel, and we share it with each other. But what do we do? How do we translate that into action? Building institutions, building industries, building our own civilization. We can do these things, beloved brothers and sisters, but it is in the doing that we effect transformation. It is in the doing that we effect change. In the speaking, we change minds. We change thoughts. We inform ourselves. We raise our consciousness. We can't go forward without that. That has to be a precursor. It has to be a prerequisite for the doing. But the doing must also be factored in. Otherwise, we're not moving forward. We're not moving forward. We're just, we're in a cycle where we're sharing ideas, but we're not moving forward. So, beloved brothers and sisters, we've got to start now to raise that discipline of doing. We have to raise that onto another level. But it is about power, We have to change the power relationship between us and those who continue to exploit, oppress, and degrade us. I say it again, we have to change the power relationship, the power dynamics between us and them. And remember, power is the capacity to effect your will. Power is the capacity to effect your will. When you have the capacity to bring your will into being, we desire to have schools for our children. When we can make it happen, we're exercising power. We desire to have industries, to have shops and stores. We desire to control the economy of our community, from tertiary industries where we acquire raw materials, raw resources, to secondary industries where we manufacture goods. From primary industries, primary industries where we acquire raw materials, to secondary industries where we manufacture, we turn raw materials into finished goods, to tertiary industries where we sell our goods, where we exchange our goods, where we distribute our goods. We have the desire to control all of that. The capacity to make it happen is the manifestation of power. Power is the capacity to effect your will. Now, when you think about all of these ideas, beloved brothers and sisters, none of us can accomplish that as individuals. It has to be collective. So there has to be a coming together. So we need now to create the dynamics for bringing us together. We need to build the institutions that bring us together, beloved brothers and sisters. One of those institutions is our monthly Shumira within the Al-Keblan Revivalist movement. We have our monthly Shumira where we come together around the African shrine to engage in traditional African worship. We are now reclaiming our African spirit. We are now re-establishing our spiritual sovereignty. So those are amongst the things, beloved brothers and sisters, that we must do. Those are amongst the things that we must take back our power from these abusers, or they will continue to use our power to oppress us and to degrade us. And that's what is happening. Tendai Mwari.
Tendai Mwari. Thank you so much, Brother Ldr Mbandaka, for making it clear to us now what we need to do. Family, you heard it. We need to take back our power. And power is the ability to define one's own reality and, to make things happen. And so, of course, talking is important. As you've said, it's a prerequisite, but more importantly is the actual doing. We need to come together in our families, in our communities, in our groups, in our organizations, with those who we get along with, to see what we can do. And anything that we do, anything we create, let's keep control of it, because that's how we lose power, when we give away control over what we have developed, created, or built. To everyone in the chat, well, we're over time now, but as always, it's just so great to hear from our Ldr Mbandaka. He has again, given us so much history, British history. We know so much about American history, Jamaican history, African history, but we don't really, home in as much as we could on the history of us here in the UK, because we're living it. And although we're living it, and it is documented and it's out there, we don't actually do the work as researchers to bring it all together. So we want to thank you so much, Brother Ldr Mbandaka and your team, for doing the work of pulling together that presentation. It is just part one We'll be back with part 2, maybe in about 2 strongs, 3 strongs time. If you can do 2 strongs time, I think that would be great. Next strong, we've got a group of young people from the Congo. And we're going to be looking at what's happening in the Congo from the female perspective. There's a lot of rapes, a lot of violence against the women, you know, in the Congo, in a particular region of the Congo. And we've got some young activists that are going to be joining us to share with us, you know, and to enlighten us about what's happening on the ground in 2 strongs time. So what's happening on the ground next strong here on the Sista Shanice show. So we thank you so much. Please, family, make the names that you have heard in the presentation today household names. Let's get to know the history of us here in the UK, what we've suffered, what we've gone through, why reparations is a must. Brother Ldr Mbandaka, to you, Sister Kai, and the entire family, more love, more strength, more voodoo. More love to everybody in the audience as well. Remember to give us a thumbs up. Remember to share. And remember to continue supporting the works of the Al Kabalan Revivalist Movement, Sister Shanice, Galaxy Afiri, and to all of us that are doing the works out there. Let's build. Let's build each other, rise each other up. One love.
Ashe.